Okay, so I thought that I would do a little video showing you guys how I do my little GIFs, animated GIFs, and it's not working. It's very simple, and I learnt it from a video on YouTube. Oops. I'm keeping the scan quite bright at the moment. Sorry, quite big at the moment. But actually, if I do, I'll go from the start. Okay, so I'm starting off with a TIFF image, but it could be a JPEG. I think you can do it with JPEG or PSD. I don't think that bit matters. I'm going to make lots of layers in order to do animator's eyes. And first I go to Window and Timeline. You'll notice, oh, that's already, no, okay, this is annoying, hang on. Okay, so this, on this timeline at the bottom here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, hopefully you can. I wonder if I can do preferences on the mouse, cursors, let's see if I can do crosshair. I was thinking, because you see people do these things and they have like a little blob over it, but it's not going to happen. Anyway, on the bottom here, you've got your timeline, and to get your timeline, once you've uploaded your picture into Photoshop, you go to Window and Timeline and click that so that it comes up below here. And in the middle here, there'll be a little button, it'll say Create Animation, or Time Frame Animation, I think it says. So you click that, and then you'll come up with this little block here. And this is the beginning of your animation timeline. And so the first thing I'm going to have that at 1 second. So the first frame of my animation is going to look just like that, 1 second, and then I'm going to start adding layers. So my first layer is going to be the left eye. So I'm going to rename that. And I'm also going to have to do something with this because he's under glass. I'm going to animate the eyes first, and then on top of all that animation, I'm going to add the glass effect, because otherwise it's just going to look like the eyes are stuck on the outside of the glass, I think, a bit. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so he's sort of pinky coloured. I'm going to go for a sort of slightly darker pink for his eyes. I'm going to colour the area where his eye is completely. Let's zoom this in. And then I don't want to go too crazy on it doesn't have very much texture, unlike the actual painting underneath, but hopefully once I've finished I can add noise to this, which will give it a bit of texture. That will help. But at the moment I'm just going to add an eyelid. So I'm not going to go crazy with like half closed eyes with this guy, because it's going to take a long time, and it really isn't worth all that time, because I'm only really animating this for a Patreon award, which is gonna die anyway eventually. That doesn't matter, it's going to be fun. I can use it on the interweb as well. So I've got a little bit of a sort of basic eye here. I want a slightly merry kind of slant on his, which is slightly evil, I suppose. So just when it's going in that direction, it's a little bit more mean, I always think. And if they're sort of sad eyes, if the edge of the left hand of the eye here was pointing downwards, it would be more sort of cute, I think, or sort of sad, or whatever. So I'm going to take a little bit of that light pink from the middle there. I'm just going to very lightly give the impression of sort of bulbous eye. I don't need it to be too kind of perfect, because when it's animated and when it gets saved for web, it's going to be much worse quality. So even though it might look a bit too neat and tidy here, it should hopefully make it a little bit more untidy when it gets saved. So I'm just going to highlight a little bit of his eyelids there. It's not quite right there. Let's sort that out. By the way, I'm recording this using QuickTime Player. I used to use something called ScreenFlow, but I there was no point in me keeping updating it, because I don't really do digital anymore, and I used to use that to record my digital process. Okay, so that's the left eye. So hopefully, if I go like this, it'll look like it's closing and opening. And it kind of does. Tricks the eyes. So left eye's done. Let's do another layer. Let's do right eye. And what I've done in the past is take a copy. So I've gone Command or Control copy on the layer with the eye that I've already done on, and then I'm going to Control or Command paste, so I don't have to draw another one of these, but I do need to make it a different size. So if I go Command W, no, is that what I want? Yes, Command W, slightly different now that Photoshop have updated the system. So I'm just going to, it's the warp by the way, Command W. I'm going to shift it around a bit so it fits in to that eye, and voila, I have a new eye, and I didn't spend hours on it. So actually it might be worth making a bit more effort and doing some just going to try and bump the that's left eye, and that's so that needs to be right eye, that needs to be deleted. Okay, so it says it needs to be right. Oops. Okay, so we've got right eye, hello, left eye, and now we need I'm going to use the left eye again. Copy and paste. Now, for some reason, it used to, when you copied and pasted, it automatically called it copy of, but it's not doing that now. So this is middle eye. I'm going to do a bit of warp there. It's very useful, as I have to say. Make sure I get all shapes in there. Middle eye. I think I can still use these. Top eye. So make that much smaller. Maybe you can turn it the other way. No. It doesn't feel right if I do that. Let's make it a bit smaller. Control W. Top eye. Let's just bump those a little bit. And then copy, paste. Okay, I'm sorry about the lack of chat, but I just want to make sure I get it right. That's pretty cute with his eyes closed. Oh my god. It just makes it alive, doesn't it? It's fun. Okay, I'm just going to bump that a little bit. Use my pen, just individually finish these guys with a bit more shine on them. So right eye, a bit more on there, let's make them a bit more individual. Let's get some little creases in there. Oops. So bottom eye a bit better, top eye. Middle eye, guessing that's this one. Yes, it is. Remembering rightly. A bit more texture again. Left eye. Okay, let's just make that. Okay, so left eye. Now the eyes look really plain, but it'll be alright because it's going to be small. Let's zoom it out. We're only really going to see it like that. Eye, left eye, middle eye, top eye, bottom eye, and right eye. Just going to bump the right eye a little bit. And bump, I mean just fiddling with the levels. Excuse me. Okay, so we now have all the eyeballs. Now what I want on top of them all is some glass. So I'm just going to make this a large brush shape. Take some white from there. Let's do screen layer and just shove this over the top, just so that it makes it feel like, hopefully, that this little guy is under glass. So that gives it a little bit of extra light, which hopefully gives us the impression that he's still behind it. So as long as I keep that top one there, let's call it light, as long as I keep that one on the top the whole time and don't touch it, that will be part of the animation automatically. So anything I do underneath that will, excuse me, will be okay. So actually, if I put the light in a group, so rename that group light. Now that won't, I won't be confused now. So that's the light. You can see that layer there. In fact, I'm going to just soften it a bit. Maybe just take the opacity down a smidge. That's all right. Okay, so here we are. Let's open all the eyes. So the first frame is going to be 1 second with all the eyes open. The second frame, I'm going to click this little box here with a plus sign in it. And this gives me my second frame. So second frame, I think I'm going to go for, I'm trying to think whether I'm going to go for like a slow blink of all the eyes. I think I'm going to do that. So you've either got no delay or 0.1 seconds, 0.2 seconds, 0.5 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, so on. I think I'm going to go for 0.1 second, and I'm going to do left eye first. And then I click the plus button again. This gives me the next frame, so I don't change the frame I've just done, and that stays the way it is, so that eye stays closed. Next frame, I want right eye to close. Do I want right eye to close? Yes. Next frame, let's do top eye. Next frame, let's do that one, and then the next one, the bottom eye. So those, I'm gonna carry on in a minute. I can show you what it looks like at the moment, but it's not going to show very well. So that's 1 second, and it closes. They kind of close quite slowly. So I think what I might do is make them a bit faster. So I'm going to go no delay on all of those. And then I'm going to do another frame, and I'm going to open them all again in a different order. So the new frame, number 7, I'm going to open top eye first. Next frame, bottom eye. Next frame, let's do left eye. Next one, middle. Next one, right. So let's see, let's press the play. Now down here on the, oops, down here you'll see it says forever here. So if I go on there, this shows you how many times you want to repeat this animation. I always want it to be like on a loop, so I'm keeping it on forever, and I press play here. And we should get a nice little, there we go, little blinks. It's okay. I think let's put 0.1 seconds on these open eyes. Let's do another frame, and let's go no delay again, and maybe let's do a blink blink of pretty much all of them. Blink, and then all, And then the next one, I'm going to open them all at the same time. And the next one, I'm going to close them all at the same time. Next one, open. And next one, let's close them one at a time. And then let's do it again. Another open, bottom, right, left, top, middle. Let's do one more. Blink, open, blink. I think this should, once it's loaded, there we go, it's going to go proper speed now. Okay, so the little blinks in the middle and a tiny delay. On these, so I'm going to go 2 seconds, 0.2 seconds. Give it a bit more of. See what that looks like. It takes a little while for it to get up to full speed. Okay, so I'm not sure about this bit at the end, so where do we go from? Okay, so there's 2, let's go 0.1, oops, 1, 1, okay, so let's go 0.2 and 0.5 of these ones. See what it's like. Let it warm up a bit. Okay, so those last ones are too slow. Okay, let's try again. Can't imagine what it's like to do like a sort of hours of animation. It just takes so long. I do intend on doing a bit more at a later date, but not right now. Quite like that, that's okay. Okay, I think that's all right. I think I might do another couple of blinks at the end. So let's do I'm going to do 1.5 seconds on that. Let's see, warm up. Okay, I think I'm going to go even faster at the end. I'm going to go 0.1. Pretty pleased with that. I think that that's going to do. Right. So what next? This is a very big file, so when I save it, I'm going to make sure, well, I'm going to save it right away into the TIFF. But in order to save the GIF, I go File, I go Export, I go Save for Web. Taking a bit of time to load up because it's a big old file. It's too slow. Hopefully I haven't crashed the damn thing. There we go. Okay, so image size. It's too big. Oh, actually, let's cancel that. Let's check. Yeah, okay, so I've got it at 600 resolution. That is ridiculous. I'm going to go to 300. And I'm going to make sure the height is no bigger than 2000 pixels. I'm not going to save it like this though, as the TIFF I mean, because this is my only file. Actually I might do, no I won't. Yes I will. Save that as gifs. Let's call it base. Animate. Save. Okay. Okay, now I can go File, Export, Save for Web. They optimize it automatically on here. You'll see at the top. We've got, it's apparently should be 128 divid there, 156 colors. Save. Just take that out. Peeping a hullabaloo, animate, save. So if you want to put this on whatchamacallit. Oh, what's it called? Instagram. What I need to do is, let's make that square. Just check that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to save this as a video now because you can't put GIFs on Instagram. Don't know why, but you can put videos on. So I'm going to go to export, render video. And then it's going to go to my desktop. Let's not go to desktop, let's go to GIFs, even though it's not a GIF. Or let's go to social media on there. Render. I think this is probably going to take a bit of time. Oh no, it's not too bad. So if you want to save your GIF as a video, then you do that. The only problem I found with exporting as a video is it doesn't have the same timing. It seems always a bit faster, which is a bit annoying. But hey, it's just the way it goes. So that's now saved, and there is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I will see you guys on Patreon.